On Monday, we'll be back with more parties on our station Legends Leaving. These are the famous stars who died today, June 3rd, 2024. Watch this video to remember them, legendary people who made important contributions to their works and who sadly have died today. We're sorry for the family and friends lost. Peace out. First, though, we'd love it if you showed your love by liking this video and following the station by subscribing. We're going to talk about some bad news about star Arnold Schwarzenegger in this video. Colin Gibb was a British singer who was born on December 8, 1953. He was best known as a founding member of Black Lace, the band that had the novelty hit Agadoo. Gibb became well known when Black Lace sang sixth place with Mary Ann as the U.K.'s entry in the 1979 Eurovision Song Contest. In 1976, he joined the group. Gibb did a lot of shows in the U.S., Europe, the Middle East, Australia, and Canada. Agadoo, the band's biggest hit, sold over 1 million records around the world and peaked at number 2 in the UK. Charts in 1984. Even though they were successful, their record distribution business, Pinnacle, went bankrupt, which cost Black Lace a lot of money. Gibb and Black Lace played 20 shows in 24 hours in several places on August 15, 1997, which was named Agadoo Day. They raised over £25,000 for Marie Curie Cancer Care. Pojo used Agadoo in a TV ad for the 106 car, which led to a new recording of the Agadoo 106 mix with all the money made going to charity. Yorkshire TV showed Agadoo the search for a new Black Lace in 2002, which started a new group that didn't last long. Gibb took the Black Lace show to Tenerife in 2002 and then to the rest of Spain, where they performed at different places. He married his lover of a long time, Sue Kelly, in 2007. He played bass in several bands, such as the blues rock band Traveler and the band The Phoenix, which was based in Tenerife. In 2015, he put out Agadoo's Space Mix and a concert with guitarist and singer Gordon King to mark 40 years of Black Lace. In 2019, Gibb and King were tied to the Agadoo girls dressage team from the UK. Gibb's cousin Debbie Cox was in charge of the team. The team won their first event at the Richmond Equestrian Center. Gibb said he was retiring on May 13, 2024, and his last show was on May 16th. He died on June 2, 2024, and was 70 years old. The world of music will never be the same without Harry Van Hoof. He was a famous Dutch conductor, songwriter, and music arranger. He was born on March 16, 1943, and throughout his career, he did amazing things and made important advances to the music business. Many great productions were made possible by Van Hoof's skill and hard work. His own production company shows how entrepreneurial and musically gifted he was. Sophie by Johnny Lyon was his first big hit as an arranger, and it set the stage for his long and successful career. As a well-known figure in the Eurovision Song Contest, Harry Van Hoof led the Dutch team 15 times, from 1972 to 1994. Showing how influential and knowledgeable he is about the competition. There was a clear break in Harry Van Hoof's personal life, but it went hand in hand with his work life. He was separated from singer Tree Dobbs. The two of them used to be together, and their music was mixed together. Even though he had problems in his personal life, Van Hoof never stopped loving what he did. Many of the arrangements and compositions he left behind have had a lasting effect on both listeners and musicians. The sad news is that Harry Van Hoof died on June 1, 2024, at the age of 81, after effects from a long illness. His death marks the end of an age in Dutch music, but his work will continue to inspire and affect musicians and composers in the years to come. Mitchell W. Block was an American director who was born on June 5, 1950, and died on May 30, 2024. He was best known for making documentaries. He was in charge of making the 2000 documentary Big Mama, which won the 73rd Academy Award for Best Documentary Short Subject. He was also in charge of making Poster Girl 2010, which was nominated for an 83rd Academy Award in the same field, and The Testimony 2015. Women of the Gulag 2018 was one of the films nominated for the 88th and 91st Academy Awards for Best Documentary Short Subject. Block created the feature documentary My People in 2022. It had its premiere in Los Angeles and got great reviews. Block was born on June 5, 1950 in Cincinnati, Ohio. He earned his bachelor's and master's degrees in fine arts at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts and was the first recipient of the Leo Jaffe Scholarship in 1973. He went to Columbia Business School and got an MBA. He also worked as a producer at the American Film Institute. He started Direct Cinema in 1974, a business that makes and sells movies. Block was on the documentary screening committee for the Academy Awards from 1980 to 1986. In 1990, filmmakers complained that Block's business had distribution rights to 3 of the 5 films nominated for Best Documentary Feature that year. One of those films, Common Threads, Stories from the Quilt, won the award. Block made the documentary shows Carrier and Another Day in Paradise, which were shown on National Geographic Channel and PBS. It was 2009 when Carrier got an Emmy Award. In 2008, his short film No Lies, 1973, was added to the National Film Registry. In 2016, IndieWire called it one of the 10 best short films ever made. Block has been a part-time professor at USC School of Cinematic Arts since 1978. His collection of movies is kept at the Academy Film Archive. This is where Mitchell W. Block died on May 30th, 2024. He was 73 years old. Ruth Maria Kubicek, whose name is linked to German film, made a lasting mark on the entertainment business. She was born in Czechoslovakia on August 2nd, 1931. Her early life was marked by the chaos that caused her family to flee to Cothen. Ruth Maria followed her dreams at the University for Theater and Music in Halle, and then at the famous German Theater Institute in Weimar. She loved the arts and wanted to be an actress. Her path as an actress was a long and successful one, with many well-known parts that made her career. Ruth Maria was also very successful in her personal life. She raised a family with her son Guts Friedrich and was in a relationship with Wolfgang Rademann from 1976 until he died in 2016. Over the course of several decades, Ruth Maria Kubicek captivated crowds with her performances. The last movie she was in was the comedy Frau Ella, which came out in 2013. It was a proper farewell for an actress who had given so much to her job. She decided to stay out of the public eye after this last movie and focus on painting, which is her other passion. Even after she moved out of the press, her artistic projects continued to show how creative she was. In a sad turn of events, Ruth Maria Kubicek died in Switzerland on June 1st, 2024, from effects from pneumonia. Ruth Maria Kubicek died at the age of 92. She was a brilliant artist who worked on both film and painting. Those who loved her work will always remember her. Edward Eric Anderson was born in 1957 and is sometimes written as E. American actor Eric Anderson was known for his work in movies and on TV. In 1984's Friday the 13th, the final chapter, he played Rob Deere in his first movie part, which brought him fame. Anderson also played lead roles in the movies Bat 2119, Double Eight, and Unfaithful 2002. Anderson has played many roles on TV shows such as Bruce Christensen in Second Chances, Billy Seidel in 30-something, and Felicity's father. He was also Courtney Thorne-Smith's therapist on the TV show Melrose Place. He was a guest star on many popular TV shows, including Murder, She Wrote, CSI Miami, Star Trek The Next Generation Season 5 episode Conundrum as Commander Kieran McDuff, and Boomtown as DA. Ben Fisher, he was also in episode 19 of Season 3 of the American show House. Besides that, he played Evan, the main character in The Outer Limits Season 2, episode 16, The Deprogrammers, which he shared a part with Brent Spiner. He was married to the actress Saxon Trainer. On May 31st, 2024, he died of cancer. Margit Carstensen was born on February 29, 1940 in Kiel, Germany. She was a famous actress who worked in both theater and films. She was especially known for her work with director Rainer Werner Fassbinder. Carstensen grew up in Kiel as the daughter of a doctor. She studied acting at the Hochschule Frankfurt am Main. In her early stage career, she performed in several German towns. In 1969, she became famous across the country at the Theater am Godeplatz in Bremen, where she worked with Fassbinder for the first time. Carstensen's roles in Fassbinder's The Coffee Shop, Bremen Freedom, and Nora Helmer were shown on TV, which raised her reputation. From 1973 to 1976, she played in Darmstadt and then at the Schauspielbühne in West Berlin. In 1982, she moved to Stuttgart to work with director Hans-Günther Heim. She went on to perform at the Munich Kammerspiel and other major German theater events. In the late 1980s, Carstensen became friends with directors Werner Schroeder, Christoph Schlingensief, and Leander Hausmann. In 1995, she moved to Bochum to keep working with Hausmann. In other countries, she was in Andrew Zalski's Possession 1981 and Agnieszka Holland's Angry Harvest 1985, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film. Some of her best-known Fassbinder pictures are The Bitter Tears of Petra von Kant 1972, Martha 1974, Fear of Fear 1975, and Berlin Alexanderplatz 1980, 100 Years of Adolf Hitler 1989, and Terror 2001, Double 92 were two books that Carstensen worked on with Schlingensief. In 1999, Hausmann directed Sun and Ali, and in 2000, Romuald Karmichar directed Manila. In 2002, Chris Kraus directed Sherbin Tanz, and in 2004, Oscar Roller directed Agnias and His Brothers. In 2007, Della Buck directed Hands Off Mississippi. She kept working in TV until 2016, when she made a turn in the show Take Talk. Carstensen won many awards for her work, including the German Film Award Gold in 1973, the Bavarian Film Award in 2002, and the Gutsdorf Prize in 2019 for her lifetime of achievements. Took her own life on June 1, 2018 in Heid, Schleswig-Holstein. Margit Carstensen was 83 years old. She left a lasting mark on German theater and film with powerful acts and a big impact on the movie business. Ed Mann was born on January 14, 1954, and was a drummer. From 1977 to 1988, he played mallet percussion with Frank Zappa's band. He was on more than 30 of Zappa's records, both in the studio and live. Mann also put out a number of CDs as a band leader and songwriter. He started playing the drums and piano as a child and formed a band with Tommy Mars in 1973. Later, he studied with John Bergamo at CalArts. Bergamo told Zappa about Mann for the Zappa in New York album in 1977, which led Mann to join Zappa's band. After a while, Ruth Underwood told Mann that Zappa was looking for a second piano player. Frank Zappa called Tommy Mars to his house, where he played with Terry Bozzio, Patrick O'Aaron, and Adrian Belew. Mann had told Zappa about Mars. Mann was in the band by 2 a.m. Mann played gongs on the Yellow Mind, Blue Mind record by J21 as well. He was in the band from Utopia until the middle of 2014. The band had a lot of former Zappa members. The year 2008 saw Mann go on tour with Project Object and play with Agent Moosehead at the Freedom Rally and the New York Harvest Festival. In 2013, he played percussion and electronics with the Z3, a group that took Zappa's music and adapted it to the jazz funk style based on the Hammond organ. Mann played guitar on the White Album and did a great job on Apple a Day. He also worked on 2 songs by David Arvidon. Mann played with the Northeast Bluegrass Deferian Jam Band Desert Rain at the Wormtown Music Festival in 2015 and continued to do so at places all over the Northeast. He toured with Mike Dillon in Northeast of the United States with Dillon in July 2016. Ed Mann died of cancer on May 31, 2024. Martin Starger was born in May 8, 1932, and is an American businessman and director in the entertainment industry. In the 1970s, when ABC Entertainment was doing very well, he was in charge. He was a leader in the creation of TV shows like ABC Movie of the Week, Marcus Welby, MD, and Happy Days. He also pushed the edges of what could be shown on TV by overseeing groundbreaking miniseries and specials like Rich Man, Poor Man, and Roots. He was born in 1932 in the Bronx, New York City. He got his start in the movie business as the executive producer of Nashville, Robert Altman's 1975 movie. After that, he worked in the film production department of Lou Grade's ITC Entertainment, making his debut with Stanley Donen's 1978 movie. Starger worked with Grade to become president of Associated Film Distribution, which distributed ITC's movies. This connected him to the making of both successful movies, including Autumn Sonata, The Muppet Movie on Golden Pond, Sophie's Choice, and The Bombs That Destroyed the Company, Raise the Titanic, The Legend of the Lone Ranger, and Saturn I. After AFD went out of business, Starger kept making movies like Peter Bogdanovich's Mask 1985. He was 92 years old when he died at his home in Los Angeles on May 31st, 2024. Recently, there were a lot of false reports on Twitter that actor Arnold Schwarzenegger had died, which made a lot of fans worried. But it has been proven that Schwarzenegger is still alive and well. Arnold Schwarzenegger was born on July 30th, 1947 in Thal, Austria. He is a famous athlete, actor, and politician, among other things. In the 1970s, he became famous after winning the Mr. Olympia event 7 times. This put him in the public eye and helped him make the move to Hollywood. His parts in action movies like The Terminator, Predator, and Total Recall made him famous all over the world. Besides working as an actor, he was the governor of California from 2003 to 2011, where he focused on changes such as economic and environmental policies. Schwarzenegger has had a lot of problems with his health. In 1997, surgery was done on his heart to repair a damaged aortic valve. In 2018, the surgery was done again. Even with these setbacks, he has stuck to a strict exercise plan that has changed to fit his needs and continues to promote fitness and healthy living. Schwarzenegger is also known for his work to promote health and training through his Arnold Sports Festival every year and other publications. He has stayed active in his work life and in his personal fitness well into his 70s thanks to his strength and commitment to health.